It's upper body time, everybody. Let's get those guns ready to rock, ready to roll. Coach Jelena right here, Fit Body Boot Camp by your side right here. Let's go ahead and get some external shoulder rotations in first. So we're gonna take it back, slide it nice and open and up and rotate. How are we doing today? Hopefully splendid. And it's about to get better. We got 4 stations for you. I got 4 here, 2 moves at each one. We're gonna go for 35 seconds each exercise and 3 rounds. Use that warm up to get your body ready. We need a warm up. We need that whole workout, and we need that cool down and stretching. All of it is important. I can't tell you how many, even recent stories, full body extension, that I've heard where people aren't warming up properly and they're going right into their workout, or they're not doing their stretches after, one or the other or both, and it's causing injury. So please don't be part of that group. We don't want you in that category at all. So try our best to stay healthy and avoid that injury. That's all part of this right here, keeping our bodies moving. Alrighty, next we have a high plank and twist. So we're gonna be in a runner's lunge position and then twist towards that open leg and then bring it up. So we have one leg in a high plank and one leg up planted like we do for our single-legged frog hops. And then you're gonna open up and reach to the sky. Nice. Maybe get a little back crack in here. Ooh, that felt good. I got one on the other side there. 5 seconds left. So here's our high plank and twist. Stretch, hands under shoulders to start. And next we're going to alternating jump lunges and a squat. If you're not ready for those jumps, no problem. Reverse lunge, and squat. All right, here's our last stretch together. You're gonna continue through the stretches to warm up your body, either jumping through or stepping through when you get to this one. So 30 seconds each one here. And I'm gonna start showing you our workout for today. Pretty soon, we're working with weights. I gotta grab mine. All right, you're going back to your external shoulder rotations there. Alrighty, so let's see what we got. I'm gonna grab a set of moderate weights. Seems how most of you have moderate weights at home. First one here is a double arm snatch. So we're gonna have shoulders down and back, chest up, pressing into the legs, and then floating those weights up overhead. So I'm not just using my arms, I'm using that momentum, thinking about going from the ceiling up, a pull towards the middle, and then a float and guide to the top and back down. Back to full body extension for you. So that's move number 1. For move number 2, it's a sprawl and a bicep curl here. So I'm gonna show you this one from the side. So you're gonna have your one weight here. Actually, you could have your 2. I lied. So you can go ahead and put those weights parallel to each other there. Hop it in and out for your sprawl. Brace your knees on the inside here. Get a bicep curl, weights back down, out and in again for that curl. Move on to your high plank and twist. If you need to modify this one, step it out, step it in, and then get your bicep curl in and back to your step out and in. All right, that's station 1. For station 2, we're doing a push press. So again, we're using our legs. So we're gonna bend a tiny bit at the knees and tip the hips back a little bit. Then as we straighten, that's giving us momentum to take those weights right up overhead. I'm gonna face you, little bend, push press. Guide them back down, ready for the next one. So that's move number 1 at station 2. You're doing your lunge, and squat, and then bent over rows is the next one. So narrow stance, hips back. We want nice parallel chest to the floor. If we're any higher, we're overdoing it with those traps. We're squeezing the back, keeping the arms tight to the side for that bent over row. Then we're gonna do a seated press for the next one. So nice wide stance there. And then you can do a couple things. You could have your palms facing each other for that seated press. Move on to that external shoulder rotation, or you can have your palms out for that seated press. Or if you need to do one at a time, otherwise we're gonna try both together, sitting up nice and tall. Then you're gonna drop to one weight for a Russian twist for the next one. You can hold the weight like so, or vertical. Hover those feet for more difficult. Set those feet down. Get that recline for modification. Then for station 4, we're doing a skull crusher first. You're moving on to your full body extension. So for that skull crusher, you can plant your feet. You can also have your palms up and bring that weight down just to the hairline, tucking those elbows in towards each other. And if you want to advance it, you can add in a leg lift here. You can also cup the ends of the weight there if that feels more secure for you. And that is move number 1. Then we're gonna flip it and get a push-up. I almost said pusher man because it's a push-up and a Superman. So you're gonna lower for a push-up, reach out for a Superman. You guys are doing your high plank and twist. You're gonna tuck it under. Make sure don't leave your hips behind here. Tuck it and do a moving plank, lower down, Superman, bring it back, tuck those toes under and up. Modification there, lower down off the knees. Still do the Superman, back to the knees, tuck up under and press up. All right, now we've seen it all. Here we go, everybody. We're putting 35 seconds on the clock. We're doing that double arm snatch first. Here we go for our first one. We're gonna go through these and not take a real break until between stations here. All right, ready? Here we go. Both hands have a weight in them unless you need to move to one. If you have one heavy one, you could go single arm or even double. Here we go. So right here, 2 arms, chest up, press into the legs and float up overhead. Bring those weights nice and close to your body to reset. You're pressing into the legs and you're using leg drive to help those weights go up. Press in and float up. Good. You want that upward momentum. You're halfway through this one. Nice. Woo! Good. Palms stay facing you until that last second. It takes a little while to get this one if you've never done it. Practice. Good. Look at yourself in the mirror. A reflection will help. All right. Now we're doing that sprawl to curl. You can use those 2 weights. Here we go. We're gonna set them down in a high plank position. Hop it in and out. Brace those elbows on the inside for that curl. If you need to modify, step it in and out. Right here, curl it while you're low. Plant those feet. So hop it or step it and curl. If you have a weight that's too heavy to curl for you, no problem. Do that sprawl right here. Curl that 1 weight. You got it. Out and in. Into that high plank. We got 10 seconds left. Good. Step it or jump it. Curl it. There you go. 1 or 2 weights. That's up to you, depending on the weight that you have. Woo! All right. Back to our double arm snatch. Here we go for round 2. Everybody grab that sip of water if you need it. Let's go. Shoulders down and back. Press into the legs. Bring it up. Slow it down nice and careful, especially if you have heavy weights. If you want to do this with 1 weight, maybe you're practicing. There you are. Press into the legs. Let it float up. You should be getting assistance from your legs. If you're doing a single arm, you're here. But let's try to do 2. Either the first one I showed you there or with the 2 hands on the 1 weight. Press in, float up. Weights end up right over those shoulders and up. Good. All right. We're ready for that sprawl to curl. Here we go. Move number 2. Out and in. And curl it. You got it. Woo! Keep working at it. Nice. Step it in and out if you need to. Alternating which leg is stepping back first. Take it out and in. Nice. Chest up for that curl. You got it. Oh yeah. Way to work. 12 seconds right here. High plank. And then nice low squat. There it is. Flat back for the plank. And back in. Woo! All right. Last time on that double arm snatch. Make sure you're using your legs. Here we go. Chest up, press into the legs, and float up overhead. You got it. Good. Press in and up. It's like when you carry momentum upward from a jump. Same type of principle. Carry it upward. As you stand, those weights are coming up, so everything's got to work together. Good. Like you get momentum when you pull that cord on a lawnmower, you got to gear up for it. Gear your body up. Woo! All right, last few seconds here. Get a little bit more in. Boom. There you go. All right, last time on that sprawl to curl, everybody. Here we go, we're finishing up station 1. Let's get it, let's get it. There it is, 35 seconds each exercise. Doing the best we can right here. Brace those elbows on the inside of those thighs and you'll get help with the curl. Remember, if you need to do 1, no problem. You can even keep those hands on the weight. If you want to stay up a little bit higher, no problem. If that's not stable, put those hands on the ground. You got options. 7 seconds here. Let's go, let's go. Last little bit. Squeeze. All right, all right. We're going on to a push press next, everybody. Grab that sip of water. So we're gonna put both weights in each hand here. All right, here we go. In just a few seconds, they're starting over the shoulders, little bend in the knees, little bend in the hips. And as you straighten, they're going up overhead. Guide it back down, in for the next one. So little bend, not a full squat, press in and press up. If you need to slow it down, you can, but cranking it once you got the form down is always awesome. If you need to switch to 1 weight, that's an option. It's gonna be in front of the chest, little bend, press, and bring it back to the chest. You can also get a good rhythm in here. Down and up, just that little tip back of the hips, little bend in the knees, and straighten, carry up. All right, let's bend, get that bent over row in. Feet are hip distance apart. Let's take those hips back. Arms are staying tight to the side here, so try not to flare those arms out. You're squeezing your back, full extension of the arms. Good. Think about bringing those fists towards your ribs. So underneath the armpit area, home stretch, everybody. 15 seconds or less. If your back's bothering you, tuck it up under, and or you can try that staggered stance. So you're a little bit more supported, more ab work if those feet are next to each other. Almost. Whoo, yes. Good. All right, back to our push presses. 1 or 2 weights here. Here we go. Little bend and up. Good. It's like you feel that momentum. Make sure those weights are in an even spot there. Bring them right back over your shoulders, and they're right overhead at the top there. So try to make sure they're not in front of your body or off to the side, outside of those shoulders or behind. You want that good support. Whew, good. 10 seconds left. There it is. Breathe through it. This one's a burner. Yeah, take it all the way up. Nice job. Push, press, push, press. Last couple. Woo, okay. Bent over row. Ready, hip distance with the feet. You're gonna tuck up under that tailbone, so try not to rotate those hips back. Tuck it up under, and then slide those hips back. Core is on, nice flat back. If you're up higher here, you're gonna add tension and muscle in those traps. So let's work our upper and middle back muscles here for those bent over rows. Let gravity work with you. Again, if you need that staggered stance, you can take it. All right, 5 seconds. Focus on the back, you got it. Tuck those elbows in. Woo! All right, last time on that push press. We are sweating good. Here we go. Palms facing each other here. Little bend in the knees and hips, not a full squat. Just that little press into the legs helps you carry momentum up. Keep going, keep going. Just gonna show you a little break part here. So that little straighten helps me come up there. And once I get the groove, I can do a couple in a row, resetting myself right as I bring those weights down. Here we go for 11 seconds more. Push press, 1 or 2 weights here. Keep it up, keep it up. Nice. Little bend, little hinge of the hips, almost there. There we go. All right. Woo! Okay. Bend over row. Shoulders down and back. Tucking in that tailbone. We're not rotating your tailbone back. Nice and flat. Good. You feel a lot of good tension right in the armpit area, down your sides and those ribs and those lats. Good. Picture your back cracking open, a peanut in a shell there. Woo! Good. Less than 10 right here. Almost done with this station. You're rocking the last move on round 3 here. Woo! Take it up, take it up. Last couple. All right. We're coming to the floor for the next one. Feel free to grab a sip of water. Here we go, everybody. We're going for seated. Let's go legs out if you can. Both hands have a weight in them. Here we go. You could do palms facing away if you have lighter weights. Palms, palms facing each other if you have heavier weights. So you're gonna tuck those elbows in and press up. So this is for heavier weights. Or if you wanna do more palms out, then that's gonna be, if you have lighter weights, you could even, if you have very light weights, stop it at 90 degrees, press it up. So that's a good challenge to work with whatever weights you have. Whew. Try not to hunch or compromise that nice upright sitting you're doing. Your core is on. Try not to reach up with the shoulders, keep them down. Let's change to one weight now. We're doing a Russian twist. You can lean it back and tap side to side with that twist, or more advanced is those feet are elevated. If you need to do this without a weight, maybe that weight's, though you can do the twist, but it's a little bit much on your back, lace your fingers and bring those fists to the floor, either with the feet down or more difficult with them elevated. Otherwise, you have that weight, you can hold the ends and get the twist, or have that weight vertical. You got options. Lots of great options here. We're on station 3 of 4, everybody. Whoo, keep it up. All right, there we go. Nice work. Okay, we're going in for the next one. It's that seated press. Legs are straight. Press it up. Again, palms can be away or palms can be facing each other. If you don't have the right weight, or maybe you're looking out for a shoulder injury, you could do one weight, just like we were doing with that push press. Bring it under the chin here at the collarbone, and then take it up. So you take it out a little bit to go around your face and your nose, and then try to tuck yourself under it. So it's right over your weight is right over the shoulders. There you go. All right, back to one weight for that Russian twist. Let's bend those knees. All right, so you either have those heels down and you're getting that nice recline for the core here, or you have those feet elevated and you're getting that twist in. You're trying to keep your legs still. They want to move when you twist. Part of the control of the move is to be able to twist and move the weight without those legs wavering too much. That's part of the challenge. Your upper body's working to move that weight as well. Try to keep it loose. 5 more seconds here. Almost. Big fire in the core. Woo! All right, it's round 3 time, everybody. We're ready for that seated press. If you need to sit differently, you can. Try out this one. Good, palms are either facing each other or facing away from you. You're going for a full extension of the arms. Roll out the shoulders if they're a little tight. Up and down. You either have both weights here, or if you're moving to one, or if you need to do one, you want to pay attention to yourself, challenge yourself, try more, especially when you know you're not recovering from something and you want to see how you're doing, but do what you need to do, adjust when needed. Woo! All right, last one, Russian twist. I was wondering why they call it that. Here we go, 35 seconds. Whoo! All right, if you need to have those heels down, you can. If you don't have the right weight, or maybe you're working without weights on this one, lace those fingers, get that twist in, feet elevated or not. But either way, we have that recline from the waist up. All right, keep it going. Whoo! All right, shoulders down and back. Way to keep it up. Nice strong frame. Final few seconds. Go for it, go for it. Yeah. All right, we got our final station coming in here. We're gonna move to our back and get a skull crusher in. Then we're gonna flip it over. So if you have 2 weights, you can be with 2 here. I'll show you that one first. Here we go, everybody. 35 seconds. Feet are planted, unless you're doing the advanced one. So my palms are facing away from me here, and I'm gonna bend at the elbow and bring it to the forehead or hairline. If you're moving to one weight, draw your elbows in towards each other. Don't let them flare out to the side. Draw them in. You can cup the ends of the weight, or you can have those hands underneath the weight if you have a good grip on it. Good. Nice work. All right, 6 seconds here. You can add in a leg lift for advancement here. We're gonna flip it over for the next move. Woo! Alrighty, flip it over. We're gonna get a push-up and a Superman. I'm gonna show one off the toes, then one off the knees. So lower, reach and squeeze, tuck up under, and come on up. If you're doing it off the knees, lower, squeeze and reach everything, bring it back under, and come on up. Either way that you're doing it, try to make sure you're really watching out for when you come up out of that Superman. If you need to go, there's a good middle ground right here. You go down on the knees, or on the toes, excuse me, reach for that Superman, tuck the knees under, and then do that push-up off your knees. So if you're not proficient at the up part of the push-up yet, no problem. Just do it off your knees when you come back up. Let's flip it over. We're gonna skull crush, but not really. We're just working those triceps here. If you wanna add in holding the legs up or that leg lift here, you can. Otherwise, your feet are planted and you're bringing it down. Elbows are staying right over the shoulders. Right there. Nice. Try not to reach with those shoulders. Keep the shoulder blades in contact with the mat or the floor. Good. Your triceps are working on the back of your upper arms. Woo! Let's flip it. Got that push up to Superman. So try lowering on the toes. Reach and squeeze the glutes, squeeze everything for a second. Bring it back under if you need to stay on the knees to come back up. Because what you don't want to do is be doing this and straining the lower back. Just practice tucking it up under and pushing up from there. So that's a great middle ground, everybody. Lowering off the toes, reach and squeeze Superman, bring it back underneath you, and then come up off those knees. Good. You're welcome to lower off of the knees if you need to. Reach and squeeze, and then come back. Just try to make sure those hands aren't way out in front of you and your hips aren't up. We'll focus on that a little bit more on the third round here. Here we go. Last time on that skull crusher. You can add in that leg lift or keep those heels down. Either way, draw those elbows in towards each other. Woo! Good. This right here is my type of party. It's a good workout. Watch out for your low back. You don't have to go all the way to the floor with those feet if you're adding in that leg lift, if it's putting pressure on your low back. Otherwise, all the way down if you're okay with it. Check in with your body. Challenge yourself without that negative pain or strain. Good, good. Woo! All right, let's flip it. All right, here we go. Let's lower off the toes if you can. Reach and squeeze everything. Bring it back under. Tuck those toes and try to make sure you're not leaving those hips behind. Super important, everybody. Good. Whoo! Reach and squeeze. If you need to, remember, be off those knees and come on up. If you're off the knees, make sure your hips aren't up and your hands aren't way out in front of the shoulders. Let's bring the pelvis forward and to the point where when you put your hands down, your fingertips are right behind those shoulders. Squeeze, bring it back, and come on up. Good, guys. Last few seconds here. Almost. Woo! Nice work. All we got left is the finisher, everybody. Grab that sip of water. You did great. All right, we're gonna work with our weights. We're gonna put 3 minutes on the clock for our finisher. And so yeah, we're gonna work with our weights. What we're gonna do is we're gonna do 5 narrow goblet squats. Just gonna move this back a little bit. So we're gonna have our weights. We can, if you have 2 you wanna work with, you can press them together like this. Or if you have 1 heavy weight, you could do a goblet squat like this. Either way, you're gonna do 5 with a narrow stance. So right here for 5. Then you're gonna switch your stance to a little bit wider for 5. And then set that weight down and get 5 just air squats. So So we're gonna cycle through those 5, 5 narrow, 5 wide, 5 no weights for 3 minutes. Get as many rounds, as many reps in as you can in that time. All right, set yourself up. Here we go, 3 minutes, ready, set, here we go. All right, press those weights together if you have 2, otherwise you're doing that goblet hold. Narrow stance first, so that means feet are close together, but we're letting those knees go out. Try not to let those knees creep in towards each other or even touch. Sometimes they want to do that. This is targeting different areas here. So after you get in your 5 narrow, switch to wide. If you don't go as low as I do, that's okay. I'm a bit bendy, so totally fine. Everybody's different. Get your 5 in. If you have lighter weights, you can go even faster. After you get your 5 in with the wide and the narrow and the wide, you're just gonna do 5 air squats. You can go faster on these. Seems how you don't have weights. Woo! If you don't have weights at all, you can practice doing some squats, doing some wall sit time, and then coming back to your squats. Just switch it up and get those legs pumping. All right, after you get it in, you've been through every single one, you're gonna do it again and keep repeating for the remaining time. If you wanna switch up the hold, you can keep those weights on the shoulders, narrow stance. Knees are tracking out over those toes. Give me 5. Whew, I wish you could give me 5. I missed the hand slaps. Can't do it through the video. Keep going, guys, keep going. Give me those 2 different stances and then no weights. We're over halfway through here. Way to keep breathing. You're very close. Nice. I lost count. There we go. Nice. Woo, do what you can. You can count a little bit better because you're not concentrating on chatting with everybody. Woo, keep that chest up. Do your best not to hinge forward at the waist. Keep your chest up when you squat. Also, when you squat, tuck up under that tailbone. As you sit those hips back, it's gonna protect your back. And make sure your knees aren't going forward for your squat. You want your hips to go back. You're sitting in a tiny stool. You're thinking about it. That's what you wanna think about. Narrow first, then wide, 5, 5, and 5, then no weights. You wanna act like you're gonna sit in a little low to the ground stool that's behind you. And then you change your mind at the last minute. Like, oh, there's gum on the seat, just kidding. Don't do it. All right, we got about 30 and some change left, 30 seconds. Woo! Keep those heels down. Try not to let them lift. Get those 5, nice big range of motion. Nice work. Woo! Can pump those arms if it helps you. All right, we got that home stretch left. Keep those 5s coming. Woo! Good work, good work. You're almost there. Keep moving through. Solid and strong, that's you. Last couple. Woo! All right. Nice work, everybody. Okay, good one. Okay, let's take a sip of water and stretch it out together. We're gonna do a quad stretch first, if you wanna get into that. All right, if you need something for balance, go ahead and hold on to something. Let's put our shoelaces of one leg into that same side hand. Keeping the knees parallel to each other. This was a tough workout, good heart pump. So we're gonna do some good breaths here. Let's breathe it in through the nose and out through the mouth. One more slow breath and we'll switch legs. Breathe it in and out. Very nice. All right, let's switch legs. Keeping those knees close to each other. You could even press your hip a little bit forward if you want a little bit more for your hip flexor there. Let's get some nice slow breaths. Breathe it in and out. Good. Give me one more here before we switch stretches. Breathe it in and out. Yeah. All right. Let's come on down to a seated position. Draw the soles of the feet together. We're gonna get some upper body next. We need that. So heels are close to you, hands are on the ankles, and you can press the elbows into those thighs. Sitting up nice and tall. Get a little neck stretch in here if it's not too much for you. Ew. All right, to stretch our upper body next, we're going to go right into a child's pose, but then right into a threading of the needle. It's gonna be our next stretch. So, child's pose, knees are wide, feet are together. You're gonna have the palms pressing into the ground, but the elbows are up. Press the chest down, and from here, that feels good. We're gonna switch it. Thread the needle, take the left arm through, left shoulder down, left palm up. Whew. Great workout, everybody. Feeling good. Way to work with what you got. Love it. It's good we pump that hard 30-minute workout in. We pump it for the whole time, then we can feel like we worked for a good amount of effort and a good amount of time. Making the most out of the time we have. Let's switch sides. Take that right arm through now, right shoulder down, right palm up. All right, we got about a minute more left together. We'll add in a little bit over that. We'll add in 2 last stretches. So let's go ahead and do a scorpion for our next stretch. Come down to your stomach, reach out your right arm if you're a clock to 3 o'clock. Take your left leg up and over that right leg. Pressing your right shoulder into the ground here very nicely. And breathing. Good. All right, let's come back to the stomach. And now your left hand's going out. If it's a clock, it's gonna be 9 o'clock. And then take that right, watch out for your mic back. We forget it's there sometimes. Right leg's going up and over the left. This is our last stretch together. So we'll spend a few more seconds here. Thanks for spending time on you. Life gets busy, so you making time for yourself is incredibly important. So please keep doing that. If this is the only thing that you're doing, just this little 30 minutes, it's something, but I know you deserve more than that, but this is a start. So good, good, good. And the more for you, the merrier for all. Taking care of you, getting that self-care in, getting that exercise. I love it. All right, we'll see you next time very soon.